welcome back to part 2 of What If Deku Was Still Quirkless and Became Incongruently. Yeah, so where we left off, the Zuko literally brought down the entire UA from just arguing with Zumi. Yeah, they weren't like hand to hand when they were just yelling at each other. So, yeah. Zuko walks away. And of course, Sashi. Eh, or actually, let's say. Let's do a time skip. To. Yeah, so. Or let's say it was in December. It was. Because I don't know when. So. Now it's Christmas time. For. And yeah, Zuko did use his powers to rebuild the school back up. Um, as yeah, before he left him, as everyone's like, as they're bunking their heads, like putting their face palming each other's because they knew they should have known that Zuko or that don't let Zumi or Zuko get near each other's. And so, let's say Zuko was in the forest, away from humanity, as he creates a Christmas tree. Yeah. And so he got all the presents. He did make like dirt golems to make it look like his own parents. As the he gives out the his parents give out him or gave out to the other ones as they know that he doesn't got anything, and as he walks away. As let's say Momo and Ochako were the ones in charge of getting Zuko back to UA. And they see him a beautiful Christmas tree with like clay figures that look almost as real as the real people as statues. As he looks away from his own, or he doesn't as his body starts to, like, because how he was, because he knows that he just wants to be left alone, and everyone could, like, Momo walks up slowly, not to spook him, and he says that the the as he walks away, or yeah, so he keep looking at the Christmas tree, as Zuko, or as Momo could sense there's more to him, and so she sat down with him in her citizen outfit. So yeah, so when she looks at him and she asks him a bunch of questions, so does Ochako. Like, and Ochako brings up a question of what happened and to, as he creates his own, like, his own story through, like, clay or the dirt thing, as he is, as Momo uses her own version of scanner thing, as everything, but he's gonna have a heart attack. And Zuko knows that he would rather, yeah. So Zuko tells him the entire backstory of him, like why. So Zuko was basically, because, and Momo brought up question, why do you hate your sister so much? Ange, I'm just asking. Well, because every time I look at her, it reminds me of our parents, or of my parents. And every time that happens, he always sends negative down on me. As he starts to tear up again, as he doesn't, as he as it's not Zumi's fault, it's the parents. It's just, when every time I see my own sister, it reminds me of that. As that's how I feel. It's not Zumi's fault. I know that. It's just it's he, as he's trying to, but then he broke down in tears as as Momo and Ochako stayed with him. As he turns around, um, uh, And yeah. So Zuko, oh, but then, of course, Zumi comes out of nowhere and hugs her brother from the back as she apologizes to him for yelling at him and all that stuff. But then, of course, Zuko heard that. He turns around, sees his sisters as he hugs her back. Like he tells her that he's sorry for saying those things. Because every time I see, it's that way. Yeah. But and the nice little Christmas thing, I made it using my powers. It's Azuko. And when I said the remaining villains, by the way, I forgot to mention, there's not very many. There's only a small, like a quarter size, like actual quarter order of them remaining. Yeah. Because, yeah. So then Zuko doesn't. So, yeah. As he does. So Zuko got a little present for Zumi for her Christmas when she was only like her very first Christmas without her brother. He wanted to give her this as a gift. As she opens it, as she could not believe, it's the rarest stone in the universe. It was so beautiful that even Zumi was started to tear up as she could not believe how beautiful it is. As he tells her that I hid it for since after all this time. Okay. So yeah, as all of them could not believe, or like it was just Zuko, Zumi, Momo, and Ochako, just those four. And when Zumi is kind of getting teared up as she could not believe that her own brother waited this long to give her a special gift. As he walks over, or as she walks over to him and hugs him. Your best brother ever, as Zumi starts crying. Mm-hmm. As Ochako and they both got the same same thing, but with different colors. Gemstone thing. As Ochako says, how do you do that without... Well, I can do anything. Remember, I'm a tier 1. So, or currently level. So Zuko basically goes back to UA with, and of course, Asashi was doing like, he says, there's my little sister with my brother, as he sees a gemstone on Zumi's around her neck, like a necklace thing. And Asashi knew what gemstone that she has on. It's a legendary rarest one of the all the things. As Zuko, or as Asashi asks Zumi, where did you get that from? Oh, my brother made it for me. He, as he, as the Ochako says, yeah, you mean mine too, but mine's pink. And Momo, oh, I don't know what color, maybe red. Yeah. As everyone that saw them wearing like necklaces, they could not believe that those are just the legendary stones, like the gemstones. Yeah. Sorry. Be right back. That only took 2 seconds. So yeah. So Zuko ends up basically uses his powers. He did make one for Bakugo if he wants to be his friend. It's his own wristband. As Bakugo wants, or he's like ground during. As Bakugo's like, okay, where's that figure? Hey Bakugo, I got you something for a Christmas thing. If it's one of those like annoying gifts, this is what they all gave me. No thanks. Oh no, it's actually a wristband thing. As he gives it, as Bakugo looks at it, and it has a gemstone and like makes it all fancy. As Bakugo looks at it, and they could not believe Zuko. Oh, sorry for these interruptions. It's rude. So yeah, it was rude, or whoever's trying to text me. But so now back to the story. Bakugo was like, when he looked at it, he sees it was a like, it has secret features and glove department and yeah. Plus, as Bakugo looks at him and says, how did you get this beautiful, like, watch wristband thing. I made it. As Bakugo looks over and like, you made it? And by what? Using like the gemstones that are legendary rare? And like all that stuff. As yeah. As they're like, man. So then, yeah, Bakugo, or no, actually, Sashi was like, he walks up to Zuko and hugs him as he apologizes for not, like, being there and all that stuff. Yeah, so, click. Whoops, that's out. And, yeah, of course, Inko, showed up. And when she saw her, or not her father, her son, she literally starts tearing up and she runs right towards him and straight up tackles him, almost making him fall, but he can handle it. As as his mother apologizes to him. Yeah. And he creates like gemstones no matter where. And yeah, the Momo things that he's using like his own power, like because Infinity allows him to bend reality, so or create like gemstones. Yeah. So as he used space thing, there was also a gift for Sashi and Inko before all this happened. As he here, think fast. As they both like, what's this? It's a gift when I hid it from out of sight, out of mind thing. But I remember I made it for both of you. Before all this has happened. And Zuko, or as they opened it, and it was a beautiful, like, super gorgeous, like, tools and the special outfits and gems all over the tools or the fashion accessories, as they could not believe. And it has a special feature to it. Each one has its own like communications thing too. So like tap on Sashi's brand new watch that has a gemstone, and it projects a monitor through it, as they could not believe, as they all could not believe that this guy has so much features, and they even loved him so much they brought him, or like his own parents wants him back into the family. And yeah, Then all that stuff goes on, and he does get married to Ochako and Momo. And I will end it here and now. Okay? There's this one that's almost similar to the past version, the What If I Was in My Hero Academia. There's one character in my head that wants to come out and do the review thing. Like where is he? This one, What If I Was in My Hero Academia. His name would be called Eyeball. Oh, so it was Mall, Chili. Or I'm just adding like the last name. And he would be the totally opposite. He's more loving, more caring person. And he's smart. And this is just a sneak peek at it. It will probably be tomorrow. So, yeah, because Eyeball is he has the powers of infinity and zero and a quirk of like limiter. So actually he has the powers of infinity, but his brother has the power of zero. And he's always, or him, Eyeball, listens to any reason. But his brother gives the opinion. It's like the reverse version. And, yeah. So, I don't know how a story will go off, but it will definitely be tomorrow. So, peace out, y'all.